She broke records, she broke barriers, and then she broke a lot of people's hearts. Because this woman wasn't just a powerhouse performer, she became a walking contradiction. One of the first Black women to grace the American stage, and one of the first to embrace a platform that quietly distanced her from the very movements that gave her that stage. Meet Ethel Waters. She was born in Chester, Pennsylvania out of trauma. Her mother was at just 13. Ethel grew up poor, tossed between relatives, surviving abandonment, abuse, and invisibility. But the girl had a voice that made silence stop. By her teens, she was on the Vaudeville circuit, dipping between blues clubs and Black theaters. She sang the stories that people were too scared to speak. She was the second Black woman to ever be nominated for an Oscar. She was the first Black woman to ever star in her own television show. She opened doors that Lena Horne would eventually walk through, and gave America a taste of what a dark-skinned Black woman could actually do. When they actually let her try, of course. She recorded over 250 songs. Stormy Weather? That was hers first. Am I Blue? Supper Time? His Eyes on the Sparrow? One of my favorites. Waters could cut through grief like a sermon wrapped in silk. But she didn't just sing about pain, she lived it. Multiple marriages, multiple breakdowns. This woman walked through fire, and when America offered her a platform, she took it. Even when it meant playing roles steeped in mammy stereotypes or religious moralism. In her later years, Waters had a religious awakening, and she aligned herself with Billy Graham, the white evangelical powerhouse. She converted, and from there, things shifted. She started publicly condemning parts of the civil rights movement. She criticized those young people out in the streets. She leaned into a message of respectability, of waiting, of praying, not protesting. And here's where folks got hurt. Because Waters, a woman who faced the ugliest parts of America and still made magic, started playing into the idea that this movement was moving too fast, that fighting back might not be the answer. She became a poster child for what white conservatives loved to see. A good Black woman who didn't make noise, who didn't disrupt, who fit. So was she a trailblazer? Absolutely. We can't take that from her. She shattered ceilings before Black women were even allowed in the building. She gave voice to generation. But she also represents something deeper. What happens when survival gets tied to silence? Waters clung to faith, not fire. And in doing so, she found peace, but lost touch with the very struggle that she used to sing about. To some, she became a cautionary tale of co-opted respectability. To others, she was just a woman trying to find place in a world that never gave her one. Ethel Waters was powerful, brilliant, unapologetically talented. She gave us music that held our grief and our joy in the same breath. But she also became proof that proximity to whiteness, it can seduce even the fiercest survivors. That not every legend ends where the revolution wants them to. But still, her voice lives on. And so does the tension that she left behind. Say her name. Ethel Waters.